The Nightmare of Jiraga Fushiginu Dungeon. This is a crappy RPG. It's overhead. The controls are really stiff. It's really confusing. You go through this dungeons and you've only got to light like a couple squares around you, and you have to figure out where the key is, and the story is really cheesy, and the graphics kind of suck, and it's just... I paid $4 for it, so I guess I really can't complain. I mean, it looks like a good game. Like, it has good cover art and everything. It looks nice, but very disappointing. Onimusha 2? No, Onimusha Warlords. Coming soon, Onimusha 2. I never played this game. My dad played it a lot, and he enjoyed it. But, I never got into the whole samurai kind of games. I don't know. I'll have to give this a try someday. I've heard it's very good. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Awesome platformer. It was a bit tough for me. This is 2003, so I was, what, 12? It was a bit tough for me at 12. I enjoyed trying it. I enjoyed watching my dad play it. And all the Prince of Persia games on the PS2 are really good. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. I guess we never got the third Prince of Persia. I don't know, my dad might not have liked this one as much and then didn't buy the third one or something, but he really enjoyed these games. And this, I guess, looks a little darker. I remember watching it, it definitely was darker, and it was very entertaining to watch, I have to say. So, yeah, definitely look into Prince of Persia games. You can get them for pretty reasonable now since they're PS2. And they're excellent platformers. Ratchet & Clank. This series is one of the best series of all time, like PS2 wise. Once it got towards the end of the PS2 era, got to move to the PS3 era, it started losing what made this so great. This game was extremely innovative, excuse me, very fun, very creative and funny, and it was just an all-around blast of a game. And when Ratchet & Clank 2 was announced, my dad and I were just so excited, and we could not wait, and we were so excited to see what they could do with the series. And, what was this? Going Commando? Yeah, Going Commando. When this game came out, we were blown away. This game took what was great about Ratchet & Clank 1, dialed it up so far beyond our expectations, and just made... This is the best game of the Ratchet & Clank series. Probably the best game Insomniac has put out. It is just that good. It is absolutely my favorite Ratchet & Clank game, and absolutely one of my favorite PS2 games. Just the selection of weapons, and the maps, and the enemies, and the humor, and just everything works so well together. If you're going to get one Ratchet & Clank game, get this one. Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. I love the titles of these, by the way. Well, at least the first three. This game was pretty good. It wasn't anything like Ratchet & Clank 2. It wasn't the level of Ratchet & Clank 2. They brought some new weapons, they brought some new maps, they kept some of the humor, but when you compare anything to Ratchet & Clank 2, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. If I had picked this up before Ratchet & Clank 2, I would have thought it was very good, probably better than the first one. But it's not a bad game by any means. But if you're playing the series in a row, you're not going to be as excited about this one after you're done as you were with Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. And Ratchet Deadlocked. This is where the series started straying too much for me from the original game. Same thing happened with Jak and Daxter. I enjoy a good dungeon crawl. I enjoy grinding and hack and slash and everything, and this game was a lot of that. But I'm playing a Ratchet & Clank game for the platforming and the humor and all of the things that makes a Ratchet & Clank game what it is. And this is not a real true Ratchet & Clank game. It was a fun game, don't get me wrong, but if you're looking for the style of Ratchet & Clank 1 and 2, this is not it. They lost a lot of the humor, they lost a lot of the originality with the series, and they were running out of ideas. So, only pick this up if you're just looking to finish up the Ratchet & Clank series. This is probably my least favorite of the entire series. Rogue Galaxy. I picked this up for $15 a long time ago because I really love Dark Cloud, and it was made by Level 5. I believe it's Level 5. It's not anywhere on the package. Their logo's not anywhere on the package. Anyways, but Level 5 is a good game developer, and I've heard a lot of good things about this. And I got playing, but I was playing it at school, so it was really hard for me to sit down and get into a good RPG. And I tried really hard to get into this, but I just was too distracted with everything else. So I really should put this back in and play this summer, because I've heard nothing but good things about this. And if you enjoy Dark Cloud, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. Sly Cooper. I got this for Christmas one year, and I really, really liked it. And after that, I thought I got a couple of the other Ratchet games, but I can't find them. So, this is a really good platformer. There's a lot of really interesting bits. It's well designed. Kind of reminds me of Crash Bandicoot a little bit. It's definitely, I think you can get this for really cheap too. If you can find it, you can get it for less than $10. It's definitely worth a play for $10. I would recommend it if anyone's thinking of like cartoony platformer kind of things. Definitely recommend it. SOCOM. I was too young to enjoy this game, flat out. When it came out, my dad and my uncle played this all the time, and it was their game of choice. It was the Call of Duty of the time, and it was so beyond anything else that had come out for any console, and it was just unbelievable to watch. Fortunately, again, this came out 2002, so again, I was like 11. I just couldn't do it. I was too young. Alright, so the next game I've got is Spy Hunter. This is a game that I got really early on when I got the PS2. It's kind of like the NES version. You're in a car and you've got all these weapons, and you can have a boat car and all this stuff, and it was pretty fun. I haven't played it in a long time, so I don't know how it holds up to current things, but I don't know. It was a fun game for the time, definitely. I really enjoyed it. My dad and I would play like versus and stuff. It was fun. SSX Tricky. This is like my favorite snowboarding game of all time. It's really, really fun, and the Uber moves really give it some variety, and all the characters are hilarious. So I think this is the greatest hits now. I got this really early when it came out, but I would definitely recommend picking this up. It's a very fun sports title. Here's Star Ocean Till the End of Time. I picked this up at GameStop at my school, and I haven't played it yet, but it's a 2-discer. It's a Squeenix game. So I can only imagine a huge RPGs in store. I'm really looking forward to this. I just gotta find some time to play it. Stretch Panic. This is the weirdest game I've ever played in my life. I have a review video of it, but I haven't posted it yet because it was really strange, and I did a bad job commentating it. I'll put a review of this up at some point. It's absolutely bizarre. It's a really early PS2 game, though, so yeah. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. This is kind of where I think it was a decent game, but I think it kind of started falling off at this point. This is kind of the start of the next generation Tony Hawk games, and once it hit Pro Skater 8 or whatever, or Project 8 or whatever it was, I just kind of fell out of love with the Tony Hawk series. However, Tony Hawk 3, excellent game. Tony Hawk 4, a better game. This game is like the best Tony Hawk game ever made. It's completely open world, well, more open world than before. You don't have your time limit. That's the biggest thing. Unless I'm thinking of a different game, you don't have a time limit. You just have challenges you have to complete. And I absolutely love that, and this is my favorite Tony Hawk game ever. Twisted Metal Black. I like this game. I think it's a little difficult to get the hang of. It's kind of awkward, but it's definitely a fun game, and all the stories are cool, and it's a really dark game. It's one of the first games that like really creeped me out when I was little playing. I wasn't little, but I mean younger. And then the last game that I've got here is Xenosaga. Der Macht. I don't speak German, even though I am German, so I have no idea if that's pronounced right. Anyways, this looks like this is supposed to be an RPG, I guess. I haven't got around to playing it yet. I've been buying some RPGs and just not touching them though. So I'll get to this sometime. I've heard the Xenosagas are very good, so I'm looking forward to this. So there's my PS2 collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it spanned 3 parts, but I just have a lot of games and I don't want to, not say anything about any of them. So again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments about any games or anything, just leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.